Hi there. In today's video, I'm going to show you all about Smart Suite Forms. This is an amazing feature in Smart Suite that I can't wait to dive into, so I'm going to just do it. Sound good? Okay, so in any Smart Suite solution, say for example, I just drop into the Sales CRM here. If we go over here, you can see that we can create a new view and pick form. So we can make it either public or private, but let's make this new form view. And what it has is a very cool structure where you essentially can take form elements, just slot them in there from what you have in your solution. So all the different fields in your solution can be slotted into this form. It's a very cool and advanced tool. And obviously you can add more fields from within this view so you don't have to go back and forth. And you can imagine how nice it is to have people fill out things within your solution when you're trying to get information rather than having them fill out a table or something that's not as aesthetic. Or not even all the information that you want. This is a much better view. And we're gonna dive into all of its goodness right now. What's really cool about this system is that pretty much anything that you edit on the form side, so say for example, I were to put a form fill out of this right here. So if I do size and I click on this, there is a help text option here. So I can put, what is the size of your business? And I can even change the text right here. However, it will not affect the actual field name. So I'm going to change this to company size, and then I have the ability to require the field. And I can even limit it to specific options. So you can go through and pick, say for example, you wanted to not put in the 10K plus because that was just ridiculous and like who has that large of a business? Then you can put save. And then on the top here, you can put your own custom logo. So if I press edit, you can pick between either just taking a photo. If for some reason I wanted to be all pretty and be like, and put it in there. But seriously, if I wanted to take it from a link or my device and different third-party integrations, if you sign into Google Drive, it'll also allow that to be connected and go in there really easily. And then you can change the form title to client inquiry. Please add all the information needed about you and your business needs. So for example, we have all these different ones over here, and you can pick from any of these different records, as I mentioned, even linked records, which is really cool. So even if we want them to digitally sign, we can totally add that. And so right now we have the company size, but say I want to just add one here. I can either drag it or I can press this right here and then right here. So say for example, obviously it says monthly revenue. Maybe you want to change what this says, right? It's not going to change the field as I mentioned, but we can put monthly investment. And then as the question for the help text, we can put how much monthly investment are you looking to put into this business relationship? Show field only when conditions are met. Okay. We can actually set it so that this only shows if, for example, the size is any of, and then we can select, for example, we want to pick only the larger companies. We don't want to put any sort of weird vibes on the smaller companies. We can be like, all right, 100 plus, only then will this show. And you'll see that happens after that selection is made. And that is specifically for single select properties. Now, for this, we can obviously have all these be required or leave this one unrequired because people don't call as much. And we can put this company HQ address and I can be like, do I really care where the address is? Maybe, no. You can press remove. I actually do care. I'm just showing you a feature in a coy and hopefully funny way. Having this ability to connect to linked records is absolutely cool as well. So if I click on this, I can, for example, put what contacts are related to your business. So then we can add this as a connection to any, for example, contacts that have already been inputted into this database. Now I'm going to leave it unrequired just in case there wasn't any contacts already in there. Now I want to add a couple different interesting options that can be in here. So for example, date, right? Say we put date within here, let's add the field. If I add this date option, going back to that whole conditional concept, I can put date, for example, goal start date. When would you like to start your project with us? I then, for example, if I wanted to, could set another example field like this one. So show field only when conditions are met. Date is, and then it goes through all these different options. So if the date is before, and then you can actually put an exact date, but I'm going to put, for example, 1 month from now, maybe showing some kind of urgency, then it would put that there. And then, and the, for example, monthly revenue is greater than $3,000. So say they're someone who wants to work with us soon and the revenue is decently high, then stacking these together could, for example, indicate that they're someone we want to get into touch with over the phone. That's some more personal kind of communication. And then maybe we can then put this as required. We can just change this to phone number. Please let us know your phone number so we can get in touch ASAP. That way I could have also put or, so that it was like, all right, maybe it's soon or it's a lot of money. Let's just get the phone number. That's another option as well. Another thing besides fields is that you can put an HTML element in here. So you can type any sort of HTML code and it would slot right in there, which is a very nice and custom addition to something that connects great with fields. And also, if you press that share button right here, it turns into form is shared. And I can either embed this into another tool or website, or I can click this and share, and it will go into its own mini landing page. You can even obviously just press preview and new tab. And more, I'm amazed at how convenient our software is. I mean, this is just 12 out of 10. And if you want to turn off the form at any point, you can just press disable shared view link, and it would not allow that to be usable anymore. So if I press refresh here, it would be like, nah, no more form. Bye-bye. In the settings, you also can add a little display message or redirect to a specific URL as well. You can't actually fill out these forms in the platform. The only way you can fill them out is from the public link. So you build within here and then send them out for people to fill them out, which does make a lot of sense. I'm not really quite sure what it would look like to do it within here, but regardless, that's how they work. Now in the next phase, what we're going to be rolling out in forms is actually sections. So imagine different sections being put together, like contact information and company information for like company website. You know, I can move some of these together, like phone number, email, put those things together. That would be a nice little section. And that's an option that we're going to have moving forward. And then another thing that will be coming in the future is hidden fields. So essentially what that's going to do is have some sort of pre-inputted option. So say, for example, we need to by default have some sort of fill out, like type here. We could have it by default be hidden, but input a certain type mattering on who you're sharing it to. That makes sense, right? Say you're only sending it to a certain type of consumer, or even you know what the size of the company is already, you can just send it out and have a hidden field, make sure that it's auto inputted to the right value. But we see it on the back end and they do not see it while filling out the form. And that's everything on how to use form. If you want to learn any more on how to use our wonderful tool Smart Suite, make sure to check out all the other videos on our YouTube channel and check out this one right here to improve your Smart Suite capabilities even more.